We're really ruining it. I apologize to anybody who thought they were going to get the Audible version. This is obviously not that.
We do not have Terry's skill with the horny pen.
We can't make it sexy. Anyways. So Richard can definitely appreciate a pair of pretty legs, but he isn't quite ready to fall between a new pair quite yet. Pasha tells him that she loves his beard and he should never cut it off. He has a little bit of weird brain tangent about Zed's beard lesson on additive and subtractive magic, and I mean, part of me does think it's weird, and the other part of me thinks, no, he's totally distracting himself. You remember Austin Powers, where the fembots coming on to him, and he's all like, Margaret Thatcher naked on a cold day, baseball, cold showers. He's trying to keep his brain, like, doing other stuff so he doesn't lose it and just fall into her arms.
Yeah, I suppose. Because I could get him being like, oh, she's talking about my beard. I would probably be like, fuck you, don't talk about my beard, in my head, if I were him. Because, like, he does think about the prisoner aspect of it. How he's like, this is my symbol, but I'm not going to tell her that. Yeah, that's a logical thought line for me at this point. Other than as a distraction, his thought line about Zed and the additive and subtractive magic doesn't make a lot of sense to me, just because I get the point of it. She mentioned the shaving. It was just reminding Richard and the reader about additive and subtractive magic and how that all works. Hey, if you don't remember that thing? But it was a weird place to put it, in the middle of the sexiness.
Yeah, or just the fact that he's only been here for a little while and he's already got a whole ass beard.
Oh, just letting you know how manly he is?
Yeah. He gets one of those 6-monthers out of No Shave November, and it's bullshit. From guys like me who just can't. I'm kidding.
So upset. I like your facial hair.
Well, thank you. It's what I got. So.
Richard's brain seemed to shut off completely after that, because he can't seem to stop Pasha from kissing his neck. She's obviously using her magic to make it feel fucking awesome. And his resistance starts to just crumble away rapidly.
Gonna go full red flag here.
Yeah, like sirens should be going off, all that.
It's really bad. Like, I know some episodes ago I joked about somebody getting Cosby'd. And I mean, it's not funny, but the joke was funny, I thought. This is the same thing.
My joke was funny.
My joke was on point. But this is that. If you're using magic to, like, you actually like this thing that you don't like, just like with the collar. Verna was using magic on him to get him to accept the collar. That's trying to influence your will. That's bullshit. And that should be, like, that's worse than lying.
Yeah. Will manipulation.
Have problem with.
Do not like.
Yeah. And the last time that he was in a collar, he didn't have a fucking choice. But this time, he does. And he takes it. Or at least, I guess you would say he makes it. And he pulls away again.
Yeah, because, like, last time he had to fuck Denna. And it was a life and death thing. And he was broken, like, literally had no fucking choice.
Right.
And, like...
well, literally do or die.
Right. But look how close Pasha got him in, like, 10 seconds. It took all that torture to get him there the last time, which lends to what you were saying about how dangerous that magic shit is.
Yeah, it's a weird line for the people at the Palace of the Prophets to be like, you can't lie, you can't cheat, steal, kill, all the other kind of like religious stuff, but then they'll do something like this, and it doesn't bother them in the least.
Yeah, no.
I don't know. We could go back and forth about that kind of stuff all day.
We wrote the rules.
Yeah, and I guess that's what it is. I'm in charge, so I can do whatever I want. Deal with it.
Yep.
Maybe I just have a problem with that kind of authority. I don't know.
Maybe. Well, Pasha starts asking all sorts of questions about the woman that Richard is in love with, and Richard's like, I'm not about to share that shit with you. Plus, he doesn't even know how he would tell her that she's like a candle compared to the sunrise that is Kaylin without severely pissing her off. So, like, he just doesn't.
I mean, you can't, I don't think, but at least it sounds poetic while you do.
Yeah. I think that would be the nice way to say it if you were going to say it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Something nice.
You're
Something
still a candle.
soothing and calming. And a nice card with a lot of blue in it instead of red and stuff like that.
In a public place.
Yeah. Or, well, I was going to say maybe you could do it over a beer, but that might ruin your beer.
That would definitely ruin my beer.
Either way, it is time for us to have another break.
Oh, yay! I need one.
So we're going to be back right after this. And we're back again. Hi, nice to see you. Welcome. Did you have a nice drink? Or did you get a nice refill?
Good. I did.
I did too. Okay, on with the story. Richard chooses to tell Pasha that they barely know each other. Pasha says the creator gives us urges, so it's totally fine to fuck whenever or whoever we feel.
It's cool, man.
Yeah, I mean, that's how you know his beauty.
Don't worry about it.
That's how you get it, man. Take this acid. Don't worry about it. Take your pants off. How you doing?
Just be free, okay?
So Richard tries to bring up, the right and the wrong of it, and Pasha goes off on a rant about how it's wrong that his woman didn't fight for him. Man.
I thought it was funny that she took this tact. I know it's because she's trying to horn her way in, but, she knows how the sisters work, and although normally they're doing this with a child, he's an adult. She knows that Kaylin didn't have a choice in this, and it was either Richard dies or he comes with them, and Kaylin couldn't come with them.
Right.
So, she doesn't know if Kaylin did fight or not, first of all, and second of all, Kaylin didn't have a choice even if she did fight, so... It was just a really odd, line of attack that she was taking from me. I was like, okay, calm down. You don't know what you're talking about.
Right. I mean, it sounds good in the moment.
Yeah, it does.
She let you go. But yeah, if literally given more than 10 seconds of thought, wait a minute, it's not like she was happy about it either.
Yeah.
We know this. Richard had his doubts. But still.
Yeah.
I am still a prisoner. Dude.
It was definitely just more of her, I'm better, I'm here, she's not.
Right.
So she's not.
That thought kind of stings Richard. But Pasha tells him that he will know when it's right, unless, he thinks she isn't attractive. And amazingly to me, Richard assures her that she's very, very pretty. He just needs some time. Now me, I don't get hit on. In D&D, my comeliness is an 8. I'm a little bit ugly. And that's okay, because I got a big personality. But if somebody hits on me, I am always very quick to be like, hey, married guy, not interested? Fuck yourself, have a nice day. I don't care how you feel about it. I have my own shit. And Richard's like, no. It's not that you're not pretty. Who cares, man? Tell her no gently, sure. If you don't want to be a complete asshole about it, I get it. You have to work with this person, and it can be difficult. But you don't need to, go out of your way to make sure their feelings aren't a little upset. What's the point in that? There's no point in that.
He's just worried about making things less easy for himself right now if he fucked around with that balance. I think it could be something as easy as, hey, I'm just not in, you're just not my... Which would hurt her feelings, okay? It would.
Yeah.
But, you're not my type. I'm into really tall blondes with big tits, and you're not that.
Sorry.
Whatever. I don't know. Just anything.
The opposite of you.
Redheads. I really dig me some redheads. Sorry.
Great personality, but I literally like everything the opposite of whatever it is you are.
Yeah.
So, it's not you, it's me.
Yeah. Sorry.
It's the first time anybody ever said that.
Exactly.
So she takes his words to heart and tells him that the creator sent him to her.
Mm-hmm.
And she will never want another, so she can wait.
'Cause they'll be together forever.
Oh, gosh. Not with the breathing. Crazy. That's how you know right there.
Yeah.
The wide eyes are like, okay, maybe she's just really enthusiastic. She hasn't been in a relationship in a little while. And then you hear the... Oh, you gotta get out. You gotta get out now, dude. I'll bet she was rubbing her fingers together. You didn't even notice. Get out of there.
Oh, gosh. Well, once she leaves, Richard feels bad about deceiving her.
Fuck her. No, not.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But he thinks she's shallow as hell. Like, immediately, as soon as she's gone, he's like, who the fuck would think that that would work? Which I liked, because, we knew he was kind of crumbling in the moment, but that's not really what he wanted. But
she was really putting on the pressure.
Yeah! But it's reassuring that after she leaves, he doesn't, like, stay lost in the fog for a minute or anything, you know what I mean? He's not like, but you know.
He doesn't start playing what if.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He actually pulls out Kaylin's hair and starts thinking about how mad he is about the shit that Pasha said about her, and, like, how she doesn't know shit about their relationship, and how hard Kaylin has fought for him. Which made me think that what Verna said to him when she brought the hair back to him probably did sink in and change his thinking a little bit on it.
Yeah. It really did mean something to him that she went as far as to do that for him, and then try and get across the point, like, hey, you know as well as I do that she didn't have a choice either.
Yeah.
Literally, this thing that Pasha is pushing against.
Right.
Which, so, like...
perfect timing, kind of.
Exactly. Exactly. That's what I was going to say. I was like, in the exact moment where Verna is starting to come around, we see that she's willing to bend the rules just a little bit. I'm like, okay, Richard, I get you're a good person. You don't work the way that everybody, literally anybody else works. But I know you're good, and I'm going to trust in that a little bit. And, hey, if I have to bend a rule of the palace, then so be it. Like, it'll be fine. Pasha is doing the exact opposite of that.
Right. And pushing against the very point that Verna tried to come back and be like, here, these are the facts that I have for you.
Right.
Pasha is like, no. And Richard's like, fuck you. So he holds the hair and he thinks about all of that, and then realizes that Pasha isn't good enough to even serve Kaylin's tea. That's
a burn.
Yes, it is.
Richard's like, Pasha's a piece of shit.
She's got a really nice ass,
is
but...
a scumbag. That bitch. I loved it. So he puts the hair away, and he pulls out the only thing that could really pull you out of a funk. I'm sure Richard's got blue balls, which is a damn shame. And that is the Mriswith cape.
Ooh.
Gonna play with his toys. He's standing in front of a mirror and checking it out. The Mriswith just so happened to be exactly his size, so it fits him perfectly. How convenient. And it is as black as the Nightstone or the boxes of Orden. But seriously, though, them's my colors. So I would be fine with all of that.
I just found it kind of interesting that those two things were the things it was compared to. So there's got to be something to that, right? Because
they're all magical things. It's magic black.
Yeah, like underworld magic black, right? We don't know about the Mriswith cape yet.
Right.
Really. But the Nightstone is tied to the underworld, and so are the boxes. Even though the underworld has a green tinge.
I think it's elements of the underworld, or at least we could say subtractive magic.
That could be.
Could be subtractive magic.
Like just concentrated down into a form. Like it's concentrated nothingness.
Exactly. In fact, that's exactly what it would be. I think you nailed it, Jade.
Got it.
But Richard isn't interested in any of that shit. None.
Nope.
He moves back against the tan wall with the hood up, drawing the cape closed, and when he looked back at the mirror, he saw that he had fucking vanished. He has a motherfucking invisibility cloak! He can be invisible!
Yeah.
How cool is that? The cape became the color of the wall, and he vamoosed.
Vamoosed.
You know. Guys, you know. I'm going to say this. If I had an invisibility cloak, the first thing I would have done is like jumped around in front of the mirror, much like Richard does, but like for at least a half hour.
Oh, yeah.
Like